So far, we've learned how to successfully craft searches that return the events we want. But what if we need to run the search in the future? Or we want to share that search with other users? We could make a note of our searches or email them, but that could get messy and annoying. Splunk makes saving and sharing searches simple with reports. Here, we have a search that returns events containing failed login attempts. 1 or 2 failed logins may just be due to user error, but multiple failed logins may be indicative of a security incident. Our team is particularly interested in seeing where these attempts happened, but when we look at the field sidebar, we don't see anything related to geographic information. We'll append the IP location command with the source IP field to add geographic context to the returned events. Now, in the field sidebar, we see that additional fields have been added to our results. Expanding the country field, we see the top 10 values for the field, along with a count of events that contained the value and the percentage of total events in this time period where the value occurred. At the top of this window, we see 4 links for quick reports: top values by time, rare values, or events with this field. Selecting top values appends the top command to our search and allows us to visualize this data in a bar or column chart. This is helpful, but in order to really understand where these attacks are coming from and see if there might be any trends in related areas, we'd like to visualize our results on a map. We'll replace our top command with a geostats command, which allows us to use the context provided by the IP location command to plot our data on a cluster or choropleth map. Hey Caesar, should web administrators be logging in from these locations? In order to easily share access to this data with our colleagues, we'll save it as a report by opening the Save As menu and selecting Report. In the Save As Report dialog, we enter a name, optional description, confirm that we want to display this data in a visualization, and select whether to display the time range picker or not. Before saving reports, it's best for your organization to define a naming convention. This will help keep your reports organized and easy to find. We use a naming convention of the group the report is for, the type of object it is, and a simple description of what the report contains. After saving, we are given a list of additional settings, but let's just view it for now. When a report is run, a fresh set of results is returned. Since we chose to show a time range picker, we can change the time range of the events shown. You can access all your reports from the Reports tab in the Application menu. You can run the report by selecting its title, or open it in Search. Selecting the arrow next to the name of the report expands to show details such as who created it and the app it was created in, as well as additional settings for scheduling or accelerating the report, and who has permission to view it. Edit links for these settings are available next to each setting, and can also be found by expanding the Edit menu. Here, you have options to edit description, permissions, schedule and acceleration, along with links to clone, embed, or delete the report if we have the proper permissions. When a report is created, it is set to display only for the owner who created it. By changing this display setting to App, we can share this report with all other users of the app in which it was created. In this case, Search and Reporting. By default, the option to display a report in all apps is only available to users with an admin role. Power users are granted read and write permissions on the report. Notice the Run As dialog. This allows the report to either be run as the owner of the report or as the user that is running the report. So if you have sensitive materials that not all users of your organization should see in the report, and the report is run as owner, the data could be returned to the user. If the report was run as user, only the data they have access to would be shown. We can schedule the report to run at timed intervals using the Edit Schedule link. There are multiple benefits to scheduling a report. It can reduce strain on your environment caused by repeatedly running new ad hoc searches. This is particularly beneficial when a report is shared with a number of users or embedded in a dashboard. Reports can be configured to run every hour, day, month, or week, or you can tune them even more by defining a cron schedule. We see a warning at the top of the schedule window for this report, letting us know that scheduling a report will override our Run As settings and will remove the time range picker from the report, since the intention is to restrict how often the report will run and what data it will access. We can specify a time range and give it a schedule window in case there are multiple concurrent searches scheduled to run at the same time. Trigger actions can further enhance your report's functionality, delivering scheduled search results via email, using a webhook to post results to an external URL, or custom scripts defined by your organization.